welcome to this episode of the Serious Space Cowboy Actual Play Podcast, presented by Tidal Wave Games. I'm Onslaught6, your host and band leader. We now take you to the stream already in progress. Alright, I don't know how to... What did we do last week?
We're on the fucking run, asshole!
We tried to do the right thing, we got screwed over, and then we blew up a bunch of stuff, but now we're on the run.
And I stole a cat.
And you stole a cat. I blew up a server room. I'm finally out of bombs.
Yeah, Pete got the information from Pickler, who had passed away sadly, supposedly, that was supposed to clear Pete's name and pin the blame on Pickler and got freed. And then we went to the Seracom headquarters, which is the news broadcasting station on Ceres, to give them the information. But then it turned out that when we did that, the information actually incriminated Pete even more, and they double-crossed us and put out bounties on all of our heads. And so we escaped from the telecoms tower and in the process blew up their whole server room to stop the bounty from getting off of Ceres, because Seracom controlled the BNet. And then we all escaped in the spaceship with the cat that Spinks stole. Yeah, this cat presumably has been eating nothing but Gym Slims for the past however long. So
yes,
from our good
true.
buddy.
We
should But they have
on the ship are Slim Jims and the lukewarm sandwiches, and now no more Slim Jims.
Yeah, we should probably pick up. We should probably pick up some food for the cat.
Well, if you look at the ingredients label, it has like the minimum veterinary recommended dosages of taurine and raw protein and ash. So it's actually it's better for cats than it is for humans.
Yeah, it is.
Well, good thing I didn't eat any of them.
Andy Ravage ended up with like a large supply of cat food that he really needed to unload somehow.
He rebranded them.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so...
Did Alex turn into stop motion for anybody else again?
Yeah, he's all stop motion.
Who cares? Whatever.
My thing's
Oh, it just did.
Anyway.
Yeah, you're all frozen, but don't worry, I have the snipping tool ready.
Alright, so because Spanks has a cat now, I think that is gonna clear, or what is it? Clear a debt or resolve a regret. Yeah. Spanks's regret is gonna be resolved here.
Spanks
the emotional wasteland.
2 sizes that day.
Spanks is no longer in the emotional wasteland. Spanks has purpose. Spanks has a cat.
Welcome to the D6 Talent Club.
So, resolving a regret allows you to choose any break and make it your specialty. Once per session, you may choose to automatically succeed that break before you roll.
Oh, heck.
God, so what do we usually fuck up at?
Everything.
Manipulating people.
I don't fuck up at
that. Let's see here.
I was gonna go for disarm someone.
That's always a good one.
Yeah, let's do that.
There's enough people with guns pointed at us that it'll probably be useful.
Yeah.
Alright. Great.
Next time that Sammy tries to shoot a pro wrestler.
I'm gonna highlight it and put a comment that once per session I can succeed automatically.
Yeah.
Narratively, we can say that you've been friends with Sammy long enough, you've had to stop him from shooting enough people that you've just gotten really, really good at it.
No.
It only took 11 episodes for me to realize that there's a different reward for clearing a debt than there is for resolving a regret.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so I don't get my D6.
No.
No.
No,
The
you have to
D6
clear
is
the
only
debt.
if you pay off a debt. I've totally, helped work on this book and know all the rules.
You did
I
that.
haven't. I was the editor, and you know how much of the rules I actually remember? It's not. But that's also partly because I'm editing it with my editing brain, which is like, in order to stay sane as an editor, you just sort of don't absorb the information. You just sort of go. There are words. I'm fixing them. I don't know what they say.
That's valid.
Now the dosage tango is not equipped with cat facilities. Like I don't have a litter box or anything like that. So
Well, this is an intelligent cat. I'm sure Lucy knows how to use the toilet.
The shit post.
The shit post.
yeah, is this like the Meet the Fockers cat?
Wait, how much money do I have? I don't think I can go. Onslaught, can I just like spend like I only have like 1,038 money. Can I just spend 1,000 money on all the supplies I could possibly need for a cat?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I only have $38.
So we escaped in the ship from Seracom.
No.
And we're flying away.
Wait,
and we make a really
Spanks,
quick
Spanks.
pit stop at the pet store.
You're in
To get
debt
everything.
now. You had to take out a loan.
Take out a
Oh.
loan for my cat.
You had to find some shady back alley dealer because we couldn't go to a reputable store.
Yeah.
It's
So I have somehow gotten like there's like a cat tree and
The cat has more amenities in the ship than Emmy does.
yes. To be fair, the cat has more amenities than Spanks does. But
I
that's
think
also
it has
because Spanks sleeps on the floor.
Yeah, I think Emmy
I
even
would
has more
say-
amenities than Spanks.
I would say there's probably space. Like, I think the ship is probably the size of like a one-bedroom apartment. It's like 800
Yeah.
square feet.
Yeah.
And Emmy just sleeps in a locker, so...
Like, I
Well-
think when I first like described it, I think we described it more as if it was like, the size of like a single room, and we were all jammed inside of it.
No,
But I think it makes
that
more sense if
I
it's
think a little
just big
apartment's
enough.
Probably more like it, but like
Yeah.
But like that said, Spanks is also the kind of person who just sort of falls asleep where he is.
hmm Like, so I think, Sammy has like a little like sleeping quarters like off in the back somewhere, and there's the head. There's probably a little tiny area for like cooking food, basically like a space RV.
Yeah.
And then Emmy just sleeps in the storage compartment up above, like on an airplane.
Yeah.
And we sleeps in one of those.
Well, he fits in spaces most can't.
Mhm. I think Pete probably has like a little like table in the back that's set up with all the like various like cloning chemicals and machinery and things like that, and he probably just has like a pillow underneath the table.
Sounds like a lot of science professors I know. Actually, it sounds more like architecture students.
So, you guys are traveling. Where are you traveling to? What planet?
So we had talked about it off cam last time, but I think
We
we
did?
decided
I was-
that we were. Yeah, it was you. Like bounced off immediately, and the rest of us like hung out for a little while.
That's
and kept
because I
talking.
had shit to do.
Yeah, but I think we had decided that we were the most immediate places we could go, where we could go and hide out in the asteroid belt, or we could go to Ganymede.
I think we should go to Ganymede because
I
aren't
think
you
we had
the
all voted on Ganymede. Yeah, so I think
you're
we
the Scat-
have
You're the Scat King of Ganymede, my man.
right. We had
Gotta
all.
have somewhere for us to lay low.
I think we've programmed the ship to head to Ganymede.
Did we also have a couple calls we wanted to make? I think we were thinking maybe Gottfried and also something with Shadowplay.
I think you wanted to get in touch with Gottfried, and then Emmy wanted to get in touch with El Scorpion, and we had talked about how Spanks would be able to get in touch with him through the MMO because he's laid up in his hospital bed, not able to do anything else but play video games.
I am.
Not you, El Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Oh, Scorpion. I was
'Cause
also
somebody
gonna call,
shot him.
much as I know that Spanks doesn't want me to, I'm at least gonna call Martha and tell her, like, hey, Auntie. Yeah, we've got a bounty on our heads. If you try to come to collect it, I will kill you. I'm sorry. It's just business.
I guess Pete's making salsa at the back of the ship. That's what explain those sounds. Because now I hear the sound of chopping vegetables.
And he's crying. The whole time.
It's a lot of onions.
They're not even onions. It just hurts him to injure plant life.
Wait,
so
does that mean that
sorry.
he's like the Bosmer in like Elder Scrolls, where like they only eat meat because they won't hurt plants?
It's the opposite of Emmy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to find food for this crew is just a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Not for Spanks. Spanks eats food.
Pete drew the short straw of who had to cook on this
Well,
on this
with your
trip.
debt, you're gonna
So that's
be
why he
eating
has to
cat
make the
food.
salsa
On this shit trip. That's what I heard.
on this shit trip.
It is a shitty trip. We have to. We're on the lam. But oh, speaking of which, speaking of being on the lam, Spanks is wearing a sundress. He's still wearing his hat, but he's wearing a sundress, and it turns out he has actually a really fantastic rack, and he looks really good, although he's really swole. And he's sitting there with the cat, and in the back of the ship, just like petting the cat in a sundress, bat boots, and the fedora.
Yeah, this is my original character. He's really cool, and he's really, really swole, and he's got a huge rack.
Exactly.
So, conversely, Emmy is borrowing the Spanx outfit, but wearing a sun hat.
Perfect. It's way too big for him.
Let me check the. Let me check. Yeah, that's true. There is a pretty good height difference.
There's a pretty good height difference.
Yeah.
I had to
Hands,
cuff
it doesn't even count
everything.
the sleeve.
No, I just had to cuff everything.
I think Pete and Sammy tried to change clothes, but it just didn't work out. Too far on the opposite ends of the height spectrum.
Yeah, there's even more height difference.
The original plan was like Spanks going, listen, people are gonna recognize me if I'm in the suit. If I'm wearing a dress, I have at least like a modicum of plausible deniability. And then the rest of you just started changing clothes because you thought, like, sure, okay.
Worked before.
I've got the holo projector on, and I'm Sammy. But Sammy doesn't have a disguise, so there's just two Sammys.
You're just tall Sammy.
But also,
like,
the
stretched
hologram
like a
only
microscope
goes
paint.
up to like your. Yeah.
There's Sammy
cute,
and then bigger Sammy.
See, I was
Sammy,
gonna say
but
the projection
long.
only goes up to like your waist, and then it's just like Pete sticking out the top.
By the way,
But
Bigger
that makes
Luke
sense
is the
too if he's
dumbest
just skewed.
conspiracy theory I have ever heard.
Yes.
What?
It's... Do you guys not know about the Bigger Luke thing?
I appreciate because I was that was the reference I was making. Yes.
I know what you're talking about. It's so fucking dumb. The conspiracy is that there is a bigger Luke Skywalker
In the movies.
in the movies, and that he's a different character or something.
It's the most. It's
It's
Crazy.
really a rabbit hole of like,
just look up bigger Luke sometime and get on the wiki.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
That's what we'll do to kill time on the ship. Look up old 80s space 80s conspiracies.
The spades. So let's see. Okay. You guys have actually been out here for a couple weeks trying to lay low on the way to Ganymede. There has not been a viable bounty in several days. Guys are starting to run out of money. But let's see.
Pretty soon we might have to eat that cat.
And the
We're on
fuel is
Ganymede
starting
now?
to run down. You're on your way to Ganymede.
Okay.
Fuel is starting to run down. You think maybe you're only going to be able to get to Ganymede. What is
So I
your
think,
guys' plan?
I think at the beginning of the trip, Sammy was like, "Yeah, you know what? Listen, Doc and Emmy, and you guys have been pretty down lately, and I think this is really, really gonna cheer you up. Like Ganymede it's gonna take a load off your mind. I think this is really what we all need is a nice, relaxing trip." And then it's like 2 weeks later, and we're all like, somebody made a really awful program of Starship roll, and we're like running low on food, and none of us have, that's why we're all wearing different clothes. This is because we're trying to like conserve our own laundry because we're out of water on the ship.
Emmy's starting to wonder if he can eat his money.
Yeah. Sammy is looking awfully hungrily at that cat.
Say, because I still got 45.20.
If you touch Lucy, I will kill you.
No, I mean, I wouldn't really eat the cat, but if we had to eat the cat, I'm just saying, we could eat the cat.
So,
We still have
We're not
cat
gonna
food.
eat the cat,
Eat
but
the cat food.
yeah, actually, the cat's the only one who's like
treat?
having a good
Because
time.
if we didn't have food for the cat, and, like Spanks
hungry.
bought too much, and
Not
yeah,
hungry.
see, exactly. Yeah, because if I don't feed her, then she's like a problem.
Then she might eat one of us in our sleep.
Right.
Probably.
Sammy was fine up until the hot dogs ran out, and now he's on death's door. And it was like an immediate switch too. It's like he ate the last hot dog, and then like 20 minutes later, he was not doing hot.
This was about 6 hours into the trip.
Are
Yeah,
you sure it's not
exactly.
just because those hot dogs are just terrible?
Because they're actually leather.
The hot dogs betrayed me?
Meanwhile, Pete and Emmy have been subsisting off of boysenberry yogurt.
It doesn't go bad.
We did have an entire pallet of it.
All right, someone please roll me a d4.
I
I
got
don't
it.
have one out, so not me.
That was a 4.
Emmy, you're looking for food in the ship. When you are in the spare cargo hold, and
Oh,
there
no.
is a refrigerator.
God damn it.
Is it our mushroom
Your
episode?
face just froze on the most maniacal grin.
Are we having a mushroom episode?
No.
We are having an episode.
Well, I mean, you found a refrigerator.
Okay, so I found a refrigerator.
What do you do?
Is this like a new discovery? Like, is this a refrigerator I've never seen
You
before?
have never seen this refrigerator before.
Oh, I don't think I've ever opened that compartment before.
Let's say, am I alone or is everyone else with me?
You are alone.
No, yeah,
Okay.
I'm still sitting exactly where I was sitting with my cat.
It was somewhere that no one else could fit in. I've been bored in exploring the ship.
It was like you popped a panel in the storage compartment, and it turns out the ship's got twice as much room, and there's just no way to get up except for through there.
I'm the only one who can fit there. I'm slowly making it my little clubhouse. So, does the refrigerator look like it's working?
It sounds like it's running. Someone better go
Better
catch
go
So at this
catch it.
point,
it.
I know we're all hungry, and I'm like, oh hey, I don't know if Emmy has like the full concept of refrigerated objects tend to go bad, so he's like, maybe there's some food in here.
That was
So-
one of the like cyber lessons that Orion didn't think to upload into Emmy's consciousness when he was
Food
growing into
goes
that.
bad.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I've only eaten plants, and you don't refrigerate those. Like, I mean, there's cheese, but cheese just gets. I've been told it gets better. I don't know. I eat it too fast.
There's never been.
And the
cheese
yogurt's been
around long
fine
enough.
for like a week and a half. So yeah, I'm gonna see if there's like more yogurt or something in this refrigerator. Or cheese. There might be more shredded cheese.
attempting to open the fridge fails.
Well, then I will try harder because, I've won V1 to pro wrestler. I feel like I've got the muscle to do this.
Even if you the opening this fridge, I'll tell you, is not humanly possible. Even if you roll like the best you can. It's like it won't budge.
You need to just stare at it for a while.
Can I move the fridge? If it won't open, can I just move it?
You could move it around. It's actually on wheels.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll take it back to whatever entrance that only I fit through.
Well, it's
Does
plugged
it
in.
also fit through?
It's plugged in.
Yeah, I know. I'll unplug it. It'll only be like a few minutes.
Okay. As soon as you start to move it, you think you see a shape moving out of the corner of your eye, but when you turn to get a closer look, there's nothing there.
Huh. Lucy, is that you?
There is no response.
All right, I'll continue my venture with this, this fridge discovery.
All right. You move the fridge down into the engine room, which is the. Oh wait, no. The exit from the spare cargo hold. You came in one way, but there is another exit. There's only one exit from the spare cargo hold. It leads back into the main lounge where you guys all hang out.
So, if I can go through there, I'm just gonna pop out with a fridge on wheels.
Yeah.
And probably covered in dust.
Yeah.
Sorry about your outfit, Spanks.
Sammy, you're in the lounge. A door opens that you didn't know was a door. In fact, there are several boxes in front of it.
The stack of all of Sammy's spare hats.
Yeah.
It's that one Resident Evil 4 glitch you can do where you make Ashley follow you through the door even if it's blockaded.
Also, it's okay. That suit's designed to that suit's been through some shit, man.
Yeah, so I go through this door you didn't know was a door, and I'm wheeling a fridge behind me. And I was like, hey, look what I found!
Jesus Christ, kid! You're popping up out of everywhere.
Sammy,
Why is there a
woodwork.
refrigerator?
you recognize this
I
fridge.
found one.
I do?
No, Sammy does.
Sammy does.
I recognize the fridge.
Yes.
That fridge looks familiar. Can
I
I
thought maybe
roll
there's
a?
like some food in here.
Can I roll a gather intel?
You don't need to roll. You remember everything.
Oh yeah, what do I remember?
It's the spare fridge. A long time ago, like more than a year ago, you got your hands on a true delicacy, a real Venusian lobster. And you were saving it for a special occasion, and that was a year ago.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Either
Like it
that
was
lobster-
yesterday.
Either that lobster's gonna be very big, or it's gonna be very dead, and, are we gonna have to fight a lobster?
I just figured none of us will eat it. Lucy might.
Hey, Lucy, do you want to eat a lobster?
I'm not gonna eat it.
Fish?
If that...
Yeah, fish!
Fish isn't.
The face it froze on.
No, it's fine. Fish isn't meat.
I'm pretty
She's
sure
a
it
cat.
is.
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
It's
sure
only
there's a
okay.
whole thing.
Fish is only not meat if you're Catholic. I don't think Emmy is Catholic.
What's a Catholic?
Oh, you don't want to know, honey. Don't ever get involved with those people.
It's where you worship cats, right?
No. You worship this guy called Jesus, and you drink wine on Sundays, and then you're real sad about everything in your life all the time.
Oh, so like you.
Yeah, why do you think I know about Catholics? I'm an ex-Catholic. I left.
I guess Spanks does come from a big Italian family.
Yes, Spanks does come from a big Italian family.
So yeah, Jesus says it's okay to eat the lobster.
Yeah.
Jesus said some animals don't
Although
count.
you should be clear that Muhammad and Abraham say it's not okay.
Emmy looks at his WWSSD bracelet.
Well, come on, crack that thing open.
Well,
I
that's
tried,
that
it wouldn't.
I'm pretty sure lobsters only get better with age.
Well, it's the thing, I couldn't.
Well,
That's why I brought the whole
lobsters
fridge.
are biologically immortal. Like, as long as they have food, and the problem is they tend to get sick when they molt.
Is that
So,
real?
like, if it... Yeah, that's real. Lobsters
That is
are
real.
biologically immortal, and the only reason lobsters die is if something eats them, or if they're in the middle of molting and they get stuck, so they get a bacterial infection.
Yeah, eventually
I-
it just takes too much energy for them to like continually molt their shell. But
Well, I
otherwise,
couldn't
yeah.
get this fridge open. Maybe you can, Spanks.
Okay,
Or
I
maybe-
try to open the fridge.
Does anyone got like a crowbar?
Sammy, give me a dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge, please.
Gladly. If I can find my 10. Okay, well that was a 6, but then I add smooth moves, that brings me up to an 8.
8.
I love that you don't roll your talent till you know what you rolled on the actual die. Instead of just rolling them together.
Was I supposed to roll for that?
If I roll them
No,
together,
just
I'll
Sammy.
get them mixed up because they're both bullets. They're not different shapes.
Wait, I'm a lesbian himbo. I can open the fridge. Come on.
Hold on.
Okay.
While you're trying to open the fridge, you hear Sammy go, "Ah!"
You okay there, bud?
I don't know.
Sammy,
I don't know yet.
You noticed something maybe tried to bite you? It felt like something was moving
It's that
around
fucking
you.
rat! That cat's not pulling its weight.
Lucy, what's going on? Do you smell something?
Food?
Does it smell like a fish food, or does it smell like a canned food?
Not sure.
You know where it is?
No.
Okay. Scritches.
Okay. So,
See, I told you it was really stuck.
yeah.
Can I disarm the fridge?
Disarm it of what?
Of its
Whatever.
handle?
Something's wrong! I suspect I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious about refrigerators.
Something, so
Fridge logic.
you try and open up the fridge, but something about it's almost like it's sealed off or something. Like brute force isn't gonna open this. You would need to blow something up or
Okay, is
use
there like
big
a
gun or
combination
something.
lock on this thing?
No,
or
it's
something?
not. It's not like mechanically locked. It's just like almost like sealed shut from the inside.
Hey Doc, could you whip up some like sulfuric acid?
Am I in this
Hey,
room?
I think we should ignore the fridge for now and just focus on getting to
Actually,
Ganymede. I
Pete,
think
you're
this
not in
mystery
this
is
room.
stupid.
You're in the kitchen.
What? I'm
Did I
not?
plug it back in?
No, I
I
want
just-
the lobster.
Down the hallway
I
here,
hold
what?
up the chopping stops.
Okay, you can go and fuck around with the stupid mystery box, and I'm gonna, like, hang out with Lucy, and... Hey, Lucy, I got a laser pointer.
I mean, we're going to get to Ganymede at the same speed no matter what, so we might as well
I might
distract
as well
ourselves with the
enjoy-
mystery fridge.
I might as well enjoy playing with my cat and ignoring all you idiots.
All right, so Pete, you are in the kitchen, trying to put some chemicals together to grow some food.
He started a greenhouse.
Trial 27, minute tomato plant. Like pouring chemicals into soil.
It just goes. Pff. 60 seconds go by with no effect.
Result. Failure. Trial 8,747.
He just mixing random chemicals just to see what happens.
All right, so I need you to give me dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge, please.
A 1.
That's a 1. Uh-oh.
Oh, I have make like a tree though. Can I make like a tree and get the heck out of there? Well, that's not gonna help. That's only gonna give me 4 maximum.
Yeah. Yeah, that's only gonna get you that. So let's see.
Oh, that's
So
sad.
you-
Pete's the only one that hasn't resolved anything.
We're working on it.
Yeah. So you know you feel yourself starting to get drowsy or woozy. It's been a long time since you really ate anything. Maybe you just need to sit down for a
Trial 8,704. I just kind of face plant straight into the soil.
Literally faceplant.
All right. Great.
So just like whatever
So-
beaker of chemicals you're holding is just like pouring onto your face. You're just like lying in a puddle.
So, you are going to have disadvantage on every single break,
Excellent.
as long as you are infected.
What are we infected with?
And you have to take a wound.
Rage!
Why is there a refrigerator?
I love
Did
the idea
Spanx-
that Spanks is trying to ignore the refrigerator, but it's just bothering him so much.
Alright.
Alright, so
Hey,
Sammy goes into the kitchen. He's like, "Hey Doc, I said you got any like sulfuric acid?" And he sees Pete lying face down in the dirt. It's like, "Oh, okay. Never mind. He's taking a dirt nap. Never mind.
He's what?
I mean, he's not dead. He's taking a nap in some dirt. I don't know. That's what botanists do, right? It's a normal thing.
Ah,
No?
Sammy, what time is it?
It's space 30.
Oh, Christ. It's already space 30. I must have dozed off.
Are you feeling all right, Doc? You look a little green. Ner than usual.
Am I? When I reach, I feel my face. It worked. Well, we can't eat this, though. Damn it.
All right, well, we'll put eat in the dock. That's plan F after the cat.
I gotta tell you, things are not looking good. We are very, very low on rations, and I
Yeah,
cannot
no
throw
shit.
anything fast enough.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, do you got anything that can like burn through metal or through like whatever refrigerators are made of?
Oh yeah, trial 4,765, and I pull out like another planter, and it's like literally fire coming out of it.
Like the one at the Mars Institute.
This was supposed to be an eggplant.
All right, well, I take
So
Pete
while
back into
you're,
the common room.
before Pete leaves, he notices on the ground there are some small, non-living particles of some sort of sludgy material on the floor.
Sammy, do you see those small, non-living particles of some sludgy material on the floor?
Damn it, the kid's been slacking on his chores again. Hey kid, you're supposed to keep this place clean.
In the other room with the fridge. I can't hear your disappointment.
The fridge is really loud, like the white noise it generates.
That's the problem with these double millennials that got no work ethic.
Face zoomer.
They just, you know how people still call like kids millennials even though millennials are like 30? And they still do that 200 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm only 5.
Yeah, we're like 35, and people are still like, "Oh, look at these fucking." And I'm like, of course, I think
every
they were,
millennial is dead.
they were
They're
doing
still
it to
blaming-
Gen, yeah, but they were also doing it to Gen Xers before us.
Slackers.
Yep. And of course, when you say that, the Gen Xers will go, "No one ever remembers us. No one pays attention to us. We don't exist." And I'm like,
That's what they want.
if only people ignored us.
So do
Alright.
you call Emmy's attention for slacking on his chores, supposedly?
I'm gonna have to give that kid a demerit.
There's a chart of like gold stars, and
Yeah.
all 4 of our names are on it. Emmy's got like 20, and the rest of us have like 2 or 3.
Including Lucy. Lucy is also on the chart.
Yeah.
Damn, cat needs to pull its weight.
That cat looks like it hasn't mopped the floor in weeks.
What?
We ran out of gold stars, and you've just had to start drawing them in by hand.
Yeah.
Who's talking about my cat?
The
So your cat hasn't swept the kitchen.
She's a cat.
There's crud all over the kitchen
The
floor.
cat
Your
is
cat's
also
not
on the
doing its
chores
job.
list that Sammy is made up.
I just like mopped that like an hour ago. How much mess are you making back there, Professor?
An hour ago. I've been asleep for an hour. Last time I checked my watch, it was space minus 130.
No. You're looking at it upside down again.
Oh, Christ.
It was space 031. It had only been a minute.
Look, we've established Pete can't use any technology with screens smaller than like 13 inches.
What? If you just swept, I haven't been really doing anything. Where did that come from?
Well, it wasn't Lucy. Lucy hasn't moved from Spanks' lap. And it wasn't Spanks, because Spanks hasn't moved either.
I can't move. I have a cat in my lap.
I know.
Illegal.
Cat gravity.
Yeah.
I went to, I don't know, I guess I'll gather intel. I guess Sammy gets down on the floor and just, like, dips a finger into the goo.
I
Just
don't
to
know the
test its
concept of
viscosity.
You touch it? You just fucking touch it?
I don't know the concept of perishable food, but I understand the concept of cat gravity.
Yes, let's see. I'm gonna roll a D12. That was an 11.
11?
What was the D12 for?
I was gathering intel. So Sammy gets down on the ground, he squats down, he dips a finger into the goo, he kind of looks at it, He taste his finger. And what does he get from that?
Disease.
You die!
No, this sludgy pudding-like material tastes and smells awful. Smells like old mold and like expired baking soda.
Maybe we shouldn't open the fridge.
Oh, this tastes like my mother's cooking.
Fridge. What
Old
fridge?
mold and expired baking soda was the favorite recipe.
The
Fridge.
deep Sammy lore we all didn't need.
Pete doesn't
Mother's
know where
cooking,
the
also
fridge is.
a concept foreign to Emmy.
A what? A mother?
So Pete doesn't know where have any idea about the fridge.
Emmy's just decided to sit on the fridge at this point.
Are we out back in the lobby with Emmy and everybody?
Yeah, you're in the.
Well,
you,
no,
you can
Spanks
go to
is-
the lounge.
Okay.
Oh, I guess Spanks is in the lounge, but yeah, cat.
Is this
In
what
the
you
cat
wanted to,
corner.
Is this what you wanted to cut through a refrigerator?
Yeah, I found it in the secret spot that only I could fit in, and actually all of you can fit in it too because there's a door right there.
Wow. How was about that?
I'm pretty sure I got there's some extra food in here if we can just get inside the fridge.
Well, there's no extra food out here, so we ought to get it open.
Yeah, I've been
That's what I'm
trying, but
saying.
it's stuck.
I guess I hold the flaming pot up to the handle and see what happens. Not the handle. Is there a latch like on the outside that's visible? Is this like a big industrial thing?
Yeah.
Or is it like... Okay, then I do that. I hold it up to the latch and see what happens.
Give me break stuff.
Fix stuff. Where is break stuff? Blow stuff up.
Break stuff is the very first muscles one.
Ah, muscles, my favorite.
What's your talent?
My talent there is roots.
Well, you're using a plant.
That's true. Roll. That's a 6 and a 4.
All right. So, let's see. All right. So, the fridge begins to open up. And the smell that you all get is horribly rank and awful. And out walks a man-sized creature with huge claws. It's red and black and green all over with
What's red and black and green all over?
The gigantic lobster monster comes out and immediately walks towards you guys to attack you. What do you guys do?
I am currently parked on the top of the fridge.
Yeah, you're on it. You're on top of the fridge, so you see it from behind.
So can I, if it's like looks like it's about to attack, can I like try to ambush someone?
Sure.
Okay. That's a 5.
That's partial.
You're tense. I'm calm.
I don't know what happened.
So I'm just like, Sammy, look out, and jump off the fridge and try to wrestling move this lobster.
Okay.
We're all experts
Back.
now.
Okay. So you're gonna have the lobster attacks you back. You're gonna have disadvantage on your next break.
Okay, where's my pencil? There it
And
is.
what does everybody else want to do?
Can I point the fire flower thing at it?
And I guess get in a firefight? You want to do that?
Cook it, Doc. Cook it.
Maybe moves.
But I didn't get any wounds or anything, right?
Do you see now?
No, not yet.
Means becoming like clear
Okay.
water.
Yeah, that was a Shix. So I think I'll juice it.
You have juice?
Oh yeah, because you've already failed.
Oh yeah,
I failed the dodge.
that's right. That's right.
And that was a 9, so 15.
Okay.
Jim has learned, like me, make a stupid roll at the very beginning so you can start with juice.
That's the gameplay loop. So, okay, the lobster is now on fire. And Emmy is still holding on.
Oh no.
Oh crap, are you on the lobster?
I tried to like ambush the lobster, and all I really did was end up like getting a piggyback ride from it.
Yeah.
I completely misunderstood what you did there. I don't think I would have done that if I knew, but I
Too
think
late
that
now.
it's fair to say Pete made the yeah.
It's
Pete made the same mistake I did, where he had no idea what was going on. He just saw the creature and was like, "Oh fuck!"
Look, I'm really small. You just didn't see me. You thought like those arms around whatever constitutes as its shoulders were just like weird extra like mutant arms.
All right, now what?
So Sammy, Sammy definitely has a fire extinguisher on the ship. I think he just dies for the fire extinguisher. It's like, hang
in
on,
the
kid!
other- It's in the other room.
Hang on,
Yeah,
kid!
I guess
Don't
it would be in the kitchen.
die!
That's
He
what I'm
runs into the
doing.
kitchen to get
Hang
the
it on.
fire extinguisher.
Why is it so hot?
Oh yeah, and also Emmy never learned about fire.
No, I'm behind the thing. I can't see what's going on.
Give me...
We're on opposite sides. Like the front is on fire, the back is speeding up a little bit, and like you can't see me and I can't see you, so we're just.
Go ahead and give
All
me...
I know is
Go ahead and give me get in a firefight with disadvantage, because now you're out of breath from running from the back and forth to the kitchen.
Again, a fire for this moves.
it's been 20 days of Sammy not actually getting up and walking around.
And you have a +1
That
for
was-
the fire extinguisher.
Okay. Does smooth moves apply to that?
Sure.
Good. Well, it got me up to a 5.
5 is partial. 5 is partial. Okay, so you put the fire out, so Emmy's okay now. Spanks, what are you
So it's
doing?
hot, 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 cold, cold.
What is Spanks doing while this is going on?
Watching.
Spanks has cat gravity.
Spank is just like sitting back, just like petting the cat, just like totally nonplussed.
Oh,
I knew this was
yeah.
gonna happen.
Alright. Yeah, he did. However, I did recently get a machine gun, so he actually reaches over and gets his machine gun.
Spanks is the only one with like the side view. You can see both things happening.
Yeah, because he's sitting in the back of the room. He's just like, okay.
Alright.
And he's gonna start. I should roll
Good.
get in a firefight.
Yep.
I guess.
Discharge firearms in a spaceship.
Well, it's a good thing that all spaceships in the 22nd century are all made with bulletproof paneling on the inside,
Roll a
so you don't accidentally
five.
shoot a hole through the hull of your spaceship in deep space.
5 is partial.
We rolling nothing but 5s?
Do you have anything else?
No, I don't think that swing dancing or is going to help.
All right.
Doesn't your machine gun give you like a bonus to your roll?
I think that would
Oh,
only be
does it?
+2.
Well, then it would be a 7.
Yeah.
Well, it's still partial.
Is Emmy still hanging on to the lobster? Like, could Emmy help by like holding the lobster immobile?
I could attempt
I'm probably
to
just gonna hit Emmy.
restrain the lobster, but that's not... Unless we're going by the rules that the playtesters did, where I can assist with a different break at disadvantage.
Is that a thing? Was that a thing?
No, that was something they did.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's actually not a bad idea. I might incorporate that later. Anyway.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, you already have disadvantage because of, you failed the ambush. So whatever you try and do next is gonna have disadvantage to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you shoot at the lobster. It's all fucked up. And so now the lobster's going to try and throw Emmy off. I need you to make a dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge at disadvantage.
Cool. Well, the first one was a 5.
Uh-oh.
The second one was a 2. So that's a 2.
Alright, you go ahead and take 2 wounds.
Well, at least I get some juice. So I'm going to assume I just get yeeted across the spaceship.
Yeah. Alright, who's next?
So Sammy still got the fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
Right? And so he's going to just bash the lobster in the face with the butt of the fire extinguisher.
Alright, give me get in a fist fight. And that counts as an
Do I get
improvised
a improvised weapon? Okay, that gives
Yeah.
me a +1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can moving gear apply to that? Because I'm moving the heavy fire extinguisher.
Sure, why not?
Does that count as gear? Cool. Get my 6. That brought me up to a 6.
Okay.
We are rolling like ass.
Go ahead and
I'm not even getting any full failures, so I can't even get any juice.
So while you're trying to hit the lobster attacks you. Go ahead and take a wound, and it moves towards you. While you're doing this, and its mouth opens up, its mandibles, and it spews fungus onto you.
Good thing I'm
And-
across the room.
You are now infected, which means you have disadvantage on every break.
Oh fuck! I haven't been doing that.
Well, we haven't been succeeding, so...
Yeah.
That is true. The one thing I did successfully was a net failure for the party.
Yeah. All right.
This guy, I'm having flashbacks to the Spadies.
The Spevendies.
The Spadies.
70s?
Or the Spixties.
the Spixties, often known as the Spitties.
So this thing's still moving around. It's still alive.
Well, I'm gonna stagger up onto my feet and pull out both my knives and go at it.
Chink, chink.
I've gotten rid of my disadvantage, so...
Did I rule that you having 2 knives gives you like +4?
I think you said something about dual wielding would help with my cool if I was ever cool. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I used both knives was like episode 4 or something.
That's handguns, but I might have done that, yeah.
But I will take whichever ruling, either +2 or +4.
Whatever.
And that is what, getting a fist fight?
Yeah.
Alright. So let's see here. Are you fucking kidding me? That was a... Yes, made sure that was actually... No, that's a 7. Thank fuck.
All right.
So that is a 7, plus the 2 would be 9, or plus the
Cool.
4 would be...
Great.
Whichever.
All right.
Words, numbers.
Had to make sure it wasn't an L.
Look, okay.
All right. So you are able to.
It was like this, so I thought it was a 1.
You are able to stabby stab the lobster, and it lets out an inhuman, like, sound as it falls down and starts to melt into a pile of non-living fungus.
Cool. So that doesn't count on my record of killing things, right? Because it wasn't living in the first place.
Because it was human.
Sammy just like on the ground, just like hacking up a lung. Like, yeah, great job, kid.
How is that any different than usual? He's a smoker. Like, well, that didn't gain us any food.
Yeah, if there's anything in the fridge, I think we shouldn't eat it now.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in the fridge?
The inside of the fridge is just all mold and fungus and gross shit.
What do you say we push this out to space, airlock? That's the word.
Yeah, this is probably not something that we should be breathing in.
Just imagine the cat is making like that face. Just like, yeah, face.
Yeah, that was the cat coughing up a hairball.
So, I mean, despite the fact that he just, like, got, like, yeeted back first into something, is just gonna go ahead and wheel this thing over to wherever he can eject it into space.
We're all like,
Sammy's
really
on the
put
floor.
this in the airlock, and then all look at Emmy.
Well, Sammy's on the floor, and you were infected, and Spanks has cat gravity, so... What are we gonna do, make Lucy do it? No, I'm gonna get another star for my
No.
chore record.
So what do you
Alright,
guys-
so
what do you
however
guys
I
do?
dispose of this, whether I have to, like, put on the spacesuit that I've never actually had to use, but we definitely bought, like, how many episodes ago? Like 3? Like, not
So
3,
you
it was
can,
episode 3.
You can push it out into the engine room and then into the starfighter hold where the sunglasses ships are. And there's,
That works.
There's like an airlock where you can push it out of.
And the one thing that Emmy remembers from Intro to Plant is that fungus and plants are actually not the same thing. So he's not going to immediately assume that the professor knows anything about fungus.
He's a botanist. Why would he know anything about fungus?
Exactly. You'd be surprised how many people think fungus are plants.
So, Doc, fungus or plants, right? What do you know about this thing?
You know, it's a very common misconception. Fungus is... Well... That's a very good question.
Let's go get the mop. I'm like hunched over, my back is killing me, but I've got the mop.
Oh, did you finish disposing of that thing?
Yeah?
Okay, good. So yeah, you can get to the rest of your chores.
Although you're gonna have to get off the floor. I just like nudge you with the mop.
He's like sitting in the slush, cross-legged.
Sammy crawls over to the couch and like pulls himself up. He's not doing too hot.
Well, you don't look so good.
Yeah, took some bad mushrooms. And not the good kind of bad mushrooms.
Pete, go ahead
What's
and
the
take
good kind
another
of bad
wound.
mushrooms?
Pete needs to take a wound because he's
Didn't you go to college?
Pete needs to take a wound for what?
Because he's still infected.
Yeah, I guess I just kind of in the middle of the sentence just double over like, oh!
It's like spits out a
I'm a-
tooth.
Push my dentures back in. I don't feel fine either. I wonder if I gotten some kind of a bug or something from that.
That's why
It's full of
cleaning
bugs,
it
too.
up.
Emmy, while you are cleaning up, give me a dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge, please.
All right. I'm juicing that
Okay.
because that was a 2. Okay, with the juice that brings it to a 5. On the D12,
Partial
rolled
success.
twice.
All right. You are, one piece of this, fungal matter that you're trying to clean up moves towards you and, like, lunges at you, but you're able to move out of the way.
I swat it with the mop.
Okay. Let's see what it says. Damn it. Okay.
You hear like the sound that like sneakers make on a gym floor whenever I duck out of the way.
You hit it with the broom handle, and it splats against the floor and then crawls away.
Nope, and I smack it with the mop again.
It runs away into another room. Like it darts off faster than you can keep track of it.
All you see is Emmy start making all this noise and smacking the floor with a wet mop.
That's it, kid. Yeah, you really put your back into it.
No, I don't think I can. But something is crawling.
In your skin?
The ones they won't heal, you know.
No, Pete and Sammy's wounds won't heal. It's getting worse.
Okay, well, I can't clean up the mess if the mess can get up and go. So, you two aren't looking good.
Would I have the tools to like synthesize kind of a cure, or no? With this beyond my depth.
What do you want to do? Well, a normal patch someone up, you can temporarily stave it off, but you think you need to go to a hospital in order for this to get completely fixed.
Well, I've got some pain drugs.
Let's go with that then. I mean, do you still have those tranquilizers or whatever it was?
All the pain drugs from, almost called him Macho Mayhem. Marshall Mayhem. Yeah, I've still got those.
No, that
I
was
think we could use those. And then we got to get to a hospital wherever we end up, which is going to be
That
an
was-
issue
that
in
was-
case they know who we are.
Sorry, that was
Well, we
that was
blew
the
up the
deal maker, not
servers.
Marshall Mayhem.
Yeah.
Marshall Mayhem was the head of We Want Greenhouses. The deal maker was the guy who had the pain drugs, who was doing cybernetic enhancements.
Yeah.
I'm
That
glad
guy.
you remember all these guys.
Well, we blew up the servers, so no one outside of Ceres should know what about, our bounties.
Very true. I wonder.
Emmy
if we
gets
should make
quiet like somebody's listening.
bounties.
The bounties. The you know
So
what's on her HEADS.
In space, where are we right now?
You're.
Well, he knows how to spell bounties.
Somewhere between Ceres and Ganymede, which means primarily you're traveling, I guess, on the Tidal network past the asteroid belt.
So nowhere near Jupiter?
Well, you can't be on Jupiter.
Well, like a space station.
Jupiter is a cloud, basically.
It's a cloud that crushes you.
Isn't there like
Yeah.
there's no Bespin or whatever?
No,
You mean-
I mean, you might be able to stop off at the asteroid belt, but that place can be real dangerous.
No, let's just keep going.
Well, let me see what I can do to get Sammy here to stop retching like your cat. I've made it all the way to the R's in my dictionary.
By the way, I am thirsty. I need to go get some
Okay.
water or something. And keep playing. Just assume that Sammy has like fallen asleep and the cat is like
don't
on
worry,
his chest.
I will.
Sammy or Spanks?
Sorry, I meant Spanks. I know who I play.
This is
Supposedly.
what you get for having multiple characters with the same initials and similar.
Yeah, so Sammy, for his
Also-
part, he's still he's coughing even more because he's sort of like chain smoking. It's like, no, I don't need to go to the hospital. Just gotta.
All right, so you
Just
can
gotta-
maybe patch
just gotta
something
burn
up
it out.
to see if this gets.
I'm gonna
staved off.
patch up the professor first, because that seems like the smart thing to do. Okay, D12, you've been awful to me, but thankfully Brains is a D8. There we go, that's a 7.
7. Okay.
Much better.
Let's see.
Oh, 8 actually with the pain drugs.
8. So he can heal 1 wound, but because it was not a full success, he is not he's not uninfected. It won't stave off the thing.
But does he still have disadvantage?
It's the
Yes.
thing. I thought we were ripping off Alien. You mean
No, this infection can't be. It can. No, I mean, number one, you were only partially successful. You weren't full success. And then on top of that, he because it's what's the words I want? Teal went away, and now I can't brain at all.
your emotional support Teal left the room?
So what am I trying to say here? Please help me.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know.
He still has disadvantage because the infection. You need to get to the hospital to fully clear the infection.
Yeah.
Period.
I'm just trying to stave off him getting more wounds while we try to get to a hospital.
The partial success will it healed the wound that he has, but in about an hour he's gonna take another one.
All right, and
speaking
if he
of-
still looks like shit, then I'll move next to Sammy.
Okay.
So let's see if I have any better luck with Sammy.
All right.
No, I'll be fine. The nicotine will burn out the spores.
Well, that's a nat 1 on Sammy,
Oh boy.
with a +1 for the pain drugs, so that's 2.
What happened?
You're actively smoking while I'm trying to do
Yeah.
this.
So that wound that you have, Sammy, that wound is permanent until you can get to a hospital. And within the next hour, you're gonna take another wound from the infection.
Sammy just coughing up blood now. He's like, no, I'll be fine. Just gotta walk it off.
We really shouldn't have the person who can only succeed on a natural 8 of the D8 doing this.
Well, everybody, two of the other people in the party would have disadvantage, so...
Right.
Well, I've at least made Pete a little better, so maybe Pete can help me even if he has disadvantage. Oh, and I had juice from that, because that was just a straight-up failure, so that works. So however long it takes for me to be able to try to work with Pete again.
I can give it a shot, but if I roll a failure on either of those two, then we could risk making another wound permanent.
Well, I've got a D8 with juice now, so...
True.
You can certainly try. I'm not gonna tell you no.
Alright, so we'll... Sammy's too busy smoking. He, dropped one of the butts, he, accidentally swallowed it or something and just made it that much worse. I was like, okay, time to use the pain pills, and he, swallowed the fucking cigarette butt instead.
Here's the thing. These guys are gonna keep taking wounds every hour. And, if you keep trying to patch them up, you're gonna burn through your first aid supplies. And it's gonna take a couple days for you to get to Ganymede.
So what do we do then? This is not good.
No, it isn't.
Emmy's logic was, if I can get Pete up and running, Pete can help make some sort of, cure or something to make people just, upchuck and get rid of whatever it is they're infected with.
Well, maybe it could, if Pete had a sample of the fungus, could he maybe reverse engineer it into an antidote?
Maybe.
It's worth a shot.
Give me...
Some on the
Situation.
mop.
Book smarts? Yeah, I guess book smarts. With disadvantage.
God, and I accidentally last night knocked over all my dice shit, so now everything's all messed up. I have no idea where anything is. So sorry it takes 8 years to find.
Alright.
You're not a D12. You're a D10. Ah! That was a 12.
Disadvantage?
Oh, shit!
I was about to be like, damn, that's lucky!
4!
What?
4.
4?
I love disadvantage.
May I assist?
What was it he was actually rolling for? Was he rolling to, figure out if he could make the antidote, or what?
Just the whole thing. He's not able to make an antidote.
Well, I think
Yeah,
we're fucked.
I could assist. I know something about plants. I read all of that research.
You could try to assist.
Alright, I'm gonna juice that.
You took my class.
There we go, add 7 to your 4.
Yes.
Alright. Okay.
Amy's really trying. That hamster wheel brain is just going.
Alright, so you are able to mix up an antidote that will stave off the infection from getting much worse until you guys make it to Ganymede. But after that, you guys are going to have to get to a hospital.
Well, at least this'll get us through the rest of our flight.
Meanwhile, the pudding is still here.
What did I miss? We're still being plagued by lobster ghosts.
Yeah. So, what's his name? Pete was able to mix up an antidote that will stave off the infection on himself and Sammy until you get to Ganymede. But the pudding is still at large.
We should have just burned it.
Well, how about we take shifts, because it'll probably try to come back to bite us.
Do we have a flamethrower?
We have a flaming plant.
Good enough.
It's just been sitting on the table the entire time.
Okay, if you see the damn thing, then, like, smash it with the burning plant. Because I think fire sounds like a good way to deal with this stupid bullshit.
Alright, Sammy drags himself off the couch. He's like, ugh! And he hobbles over to, like, the washroom. And he gets a bottle of Sammy Sinclair branded hairspray.
Sammy Sinclair spray.
Right, exactly. Sammy Sinclair. He's like, yeah, I tried to branch out into marketing. It didn't really work out. But he
Well,
takes out his gun-shaped lighter, and he tapes the bottle of hairspray like around the back of it. He's like, all right, here we go. And he tosses it to Spanks.
Okay. Oh,
This'll
right,
work.
yeah. Cool,
I'll
thank
take
you.
the fire extinguisher. I mean, that might also work. You know, one extreme temperature or the other.
Yeah, it worked in that one movie.
Well, which movie?
I don't know. Something about aliens.
So we should probably all stay in the same room and take watches, maybe?
I'll be with you
So we're not all asleep at the same time?
until the end.
You know, back in my university,
But if we-
play a game called Dungeons and Dragons, and we often had to roll to see who was going to take watch when, because there are all sorts of creepy things in the woods. I feel like kind of nostalgic right now. It's been a very long time since I played one of these tabletop role-playing games.
See, I played something like that, but it was called Star-Lords and Spaceships.
Space tabletop, that'd be interesting. I wonder if that would take off. If people would enjoy something like that.
Nah, it'd never work. It'd be boring.
I don't think so.
It would be boring, and you'd spend a whole episode stuck on your ship dealing with a mold extermination crisis.
On the other hand, if we all stay in the same space, what if it can get all of us at once?
But then we can all get it at once.
In my experience, it's best in these sort of things for us all to split up. But I don't know, whatever you think.
You never split the party.
Well, I do know that in Star-Lords and Spaceships, everyone was in a better mood if somebody played some music. And he just pulls out the saxophone he's got.
Oh, no.
So it'll help keep us awake.
Alright, kid, you'll take the first watch, and Sammy just rolls over and like covers his face with a pillow.
All right. So while you're playing saxophone, Emmy,
It sounds like a middle school like band student's like first time ever using an instrument.
you don't seem to notice something creeping up by you. And I need you to dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge.
Alright. Good old D12 that's been screwing me over the entire session. 11!
Okay.
See, I just had to threaten it.
You see the pudding creep out and try to lash out at you. And you are able to move out of the way of it.
Can I try to, like, catch it with, like, the tube end of the saxophone?
Give me
Scoop
restrain
it up.
someone.
Like a net.
Give me, what, restrain someone, you
Yeah.
said? Does the saxophone give me a +1?
Sure, why not?
That's another 11. I really did just have to threaten this thing.
Okay, the
Actually, no,
pudding-
that's a 12 with the +1.
The living pudding is in your saxophone.
Alright, so, I'm just gonna stuff my hat in the open end of the saxophone to trap it in there.
Okay.
And I just start yelling, I got it!
You got it?
I got it!
That is
Oh,
not
you
true.
finally, you finally got Mary Had a Little Lamb down?
No, I trapped it. This saxophone's really useful. I trapped the pudding thing in it. You just hear, like, this weird brassy, like, bonking around inside of it.
Oh, you've been reading my book, 1001 Uses for a Saxophone.
Yeah, I'm only at, like, use, like, 489.
Yeah,
I ran out of
trap a
dictionary
small
words.
animal.
I ran out of dictionary words. It was a very boring flight.
460 of the 489 have just been like different kinds of animals you can trap in a saxophone. You can trap a bat. You can trap a rat. You can trap a mouse. You can trap a shrew. You can trap a gerbil, and half of them are just different rodents.
There's another book that Emmy's been starting. It's If You Give a Kid a Saxophone.
All right. So what do you?
All right,
think
throw it
about
out the
this?
airlock, quick!
Well, if we throw it at the airlock, is it actually gonna die, or should we, like, make sure that they know what got us? Like, when we get to the hospital, and be like, hey, this thing did it.
Oh yeah, I guess that's a good point. They might need a sample, or we could be unleashing it on an unsuspecting world. But
Don't you have, like, all those mason jars?
oh yeah, all those jars that I got from that guy Mason that we took in for a bounty.
No, it was from the berry farm.
Oh yeah, those ones.
That was an off-screen bounty. Was Mason, who had some sort
Yeah.
of jar conspiracy.
Mason, the jar smuggler. We busted open a jar smuggling ring.
They only paid us in jars.
Yeah. We saved a small town who this guy Mason was hoarding all of their jar supplies.
Alright, so we've got the fungus trapped. We've got, what, a couple of days till we get somewhere with a hospital?
Yeah.
And we've staved off the infection until then.
So, let's see. Okay. So yeah. So you've got it trapped in a mason jar now.
I assume that's more secure than a saxophone.
Yeah. Okay.
I think like Sammy had to like hold the jar up to like the mouth of the saxophone or whatever, and Emmy had to blow into the other end to like
Yes.
dislodge it,
Yes.
and it's really quickly like smack the lid on top. All
It was
right,
a
go
team
team.
effort.
All right.
It was the worst sounding
So-
note ever, and that saxophone sounds awful now because it's full of just gunk.
Yeah, you should probably get that thing laundered when we get to Ganymede.
You laundered?
Wandered?
Take it to the saxophone laundromat.
What kind
The
of planet is
Saxomat.
Ganymede anyway?
A paradise.
All right, guys. So the taxes that you will have spent is going to be 260 tax dollars.
Per head.
Yeah, each.
Boop boop boop.
Is everyone good for that?
Yeah.
Getting off the ship at some point?
Although I don't know, does Spanks have money?
I do actually. It's because I took out a loan to pay for the cat stuff, so I have 1,038.
But that was for cat stuff, right?
No. I took out a loan to pay for the cat stuff, and I have 1,038 of my own money left.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I need to add
So
some zeros to these numbers.
No, it's also that Spanx just doesn't have a lot of money because I'm not here very often.
I mean, I think everything is too cheap. I also fucked up and gave you guys way too much money that one time.
yeah, definitely. We kind of been coasting off of that for a while.
To be fair, I dropped like a ton of my money just into debt and nothing else.
Yeah, I'm at 5K, but like once my debt hits, I'm assuming that's all gone.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know
fine.
what-
I'm down now to 4360.
The point is that whatever transit fees. Yeah.
Yeah, they need to be more. So you guys are also gonna need to refuel. Please, somebody roll me a D8.
Someone that's not me.
7.
7. So y'all are gonna need to pay $700 to wait per unit. Oh, okay. 70. Okay, that's why. 70 times 8.
Come on, Onslaught, do math.
I'm doing it on my phone.
Don't worry, no one's watching.
It's 500. I don't care. It's 560 to refuel your whole tank.
Is that per head again?
Yeah.
You know what?
Well, no, it's just it's total.
I'll pay that because it'll give me a round number, and I like round numbers. You said 560?
Yep.
All right, cool. So that's gonna put
Emmy
me
is
at.
feeling very generous after paying off his school debt.
That puts me at 3,800 even. That makes my brain happy.
Great. Okay.
There, that'll clear your slate for slacking on your chores.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. And I just ruined the
It's
saxophone
fine.
you
Just
got
do
me.
better.
Can't even practice a saxophone now because it's all gunked up.
Okay. So we did that. Now,
I spent 500 jazz teasers on that thing.
you guys
Yeah, I know.
arrive on Ganymede. Ganymede, Sammy obviously has been there before. I don't know if anybody else
Ganymede.
has Spanks been to Ganymede?
I don't think Spanx has ever been to Ganymede. Spanx has obviously been to Mars, but
Ganymede
Emmy's
is,
only ever been to Mars and Ceres.
It is the most beautiful of Jupiter's moons. This place is extremely susceptible to terraforming, so most of the planet is full of very lush greens and open skies. This would be an ideal vacation planet. The day cycle is 7 Earth days long.
7 days?
Yeah. So a week is a day here.
Do they give us little flower neck that like lays when we get off the ship?
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, my
It'll match
your
interpretation
sundress.
of it. When
It
I
does,
imagine
it does match my
Ganymede,
sundress.
It matches your sundress and it matches my sun hat.
when I imagined Ganymede, I pictured like it would like since you said it was like verdant and like a ideal vacation spot. I imagine it's like a resort planet.
Yeah.
It's basically like, sort of like a tropical
Yeah. That's exactly
getaway sort of place.
Yeah.
And so I think this is where Sammy's musical career first took off when he was playing on the like cruise ships and casinos and things like that.
Yeah.
Well,
Space cruise
let's,
ships.
Huh?
I guess we'd better find a hospital.
Cruise spaceships. Yeah, you guys need to get to the nearest hospital. Here's the thing. Spanks and Emmy come out and they're like, "Yeah, all right, this is great." And then you guys come out and you're like fucked.
No, I still have 2 wounds. I took 2 wounds in that fight.
Did you? Well, you're all right though.
I got
Yeah.
Yeah, Sammy.
thrown against a wall.
Yeah, Sammy climbs out of the spaceship. He's like, "Oh, Ganymede, it's so good to see those beautiful rays of sun again." He takes off his glasses and like there's just mushrooms sprouting out of his eyes. It's like, I don't understand. It's usually so bright.
And I go to I go to like whoever's somebody at the docks and I say, "Hey, where's the nearest medical facility?"
Oh, there's one actually here inside the airport.
Fantastic. Can I how do I get there?
Just follow the turnstile and the people mover, and you'll be there.
Thank you much. Have a good day.
I'm like helping Sammy like he's a little old lady.
Heading off toward the hospital.
All right. So at the hospital, they can they look you guys over, and they're able to recognize that you have some sort of viral space fungal infection.
Yeah, it came from this, and I slapped down the mason jar.
Oh, you don't need to be. You put that away. We don't. We know how to treat.
Where do I put it? Where do I put it?
I don't know. Get rid of it.
Okay, I gently reach forward and like take it and I put it into my briefcase and I snap that shut.
Okay.
All right.
So it will be
I don't have to have that in my
$250
duffel bag.
for you to be permanently clear to the infection.
250.
Yeah.
250.
$250.
$2.50.
250.
They've got
This is
socialized
Space
medicine.
Canada?
on Ganymede.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, so 250 will get you guys clear of that. Now, it will not protect you against any future
Cha-ching.
infection. This could all happen again if you leave something in the fridge.
Actually, did we get rid of the fridge yet? Did we like
Yes,
eject
that
that?
was the first
We
thing you
ejected
guys
the
did.
fridge.
We launched the fridge into space.
Okay, good. That's
Yeah,
somebody
as-
else's problem
As
now.
soon as the lobster was dead, you guys were like, get rid of this.
Mhm.
Oh, also, hey, incidentally, do you guys know of any, like, deep cleaning services for ships? Like, somebody who'll come through and, like, completely annihilate all traces of biological life on a ship?
Yeah, we can do that. It's gonna cost, quite a bit of money, especially depending on how large your ship is.
Ship's
It's not that
too-
big.
You have the max.
It's hat size.
You have the max.
It's
ship.
hat size.
I'm pretty sure it's a mini.
No.
No, yeah, your ship's not.
It's pretty
I think we
small. Like
established
it's
it
like I
was
said,
a
it's
maxi, and then
big.
we kept role playing it as smaller and smaller.
I don't think we ever said it was a maxi.
I think I did.
I like remember you
Well,
saying that like
okay.
it was
In
like a
fact,
little one
hold
or
on,
something.
Hold on. Let me find all my notes underneath this sack of books I still have.
Like I don't think we ever actually specified the exact size it was. I
Hold
think we just
on.
said it was small.
Also, my DM screen that I need to take downstairs.
Yeah, I think because
this-
since it was
these
like
are-
you if
okay.
a mini you outright own
These are
and a
the
maxi
stats
you
I
stole.
need for Tokimeki Memorial. I better keep that.
Right.
But yeah, I have a feeling like we discussed it and you were like, no, he owns this ship, and so we're like, oh, it's a mini. Because a maxi meant that you stole it from someone.
Okay,
Right.
Hold on.
Just
hold
shit
on.
about fucking boats, spaceships.
Hold on. I
Yeah, no, we definitely. It's gotta be. It's a mini. There's no way we
hold
have.
on. Let me read it.
Good thing we have all this recorded.
For all my notes. Space Mafia has sex. Space Botanist. For Xbox. Wounded Duck.
We'll wait.
We want greenhouses. Partial success. I just have partial success written down. Like, I'm sure it was relevant.
Big laundry. What does that mean?
Please, are you kidding me that I didn't write it down?
I just don't think we ever said it.
Well, at least, you know, we have recordings of everything, because I'm pretty sure that the recording where we did the barrel roll would have had that.
Oh, but if it was session 0 when we established Sammy's character.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is that if we did ever say what size
Oh,
it was,
wait a
it would have
minute.
been back
Hold on.
before we were recording.
There's another
Mm-mm.
page. There's another page.
Because we didn't bring up Sammy's ship until we actually tried to leave planet.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
Yeah, 'cause the fedora thing.
Mm-hmm.
No,
And we did already have the name, but
I give up. Alright, I guess I don't have it. I guess I don't have it.
it's a mini.
Alright,
Congratulations, it's a mini.
We'll go back and listen to episode 2. I'm sure it's in there somewhere.
fine. Alright, it's mini. Then in that case, it's gonna cost a good $600 for them to deep clean it.
Well, it is my chore, so I guess I'll pay
Just
for
leave
it.
the
Guys.
windows open. Just
No,
let it air
we're
out a little
cleaning your
bit.
you shut up. We're cleaning the ship. Emmy, go ahead. Yeah, Emmy, if you're volunteering to cover the cost, go for it.
I mean, yeah, it's my chores that I slacked on.
I don't think it's really your fault, but go ahead. Okay.
I don't need a bunch of people digging through my ship, touching all my stuff.
You shut up. If we
Mhm.
had people digging through your fucking ship, then we wouldn't have mutant lobsters trying to kill us now, would we?
I'm sorry.
Well,
mutant
actually,
what?
me digging through the ship is actually why we had a mutant lobster try to kill us.
No, the mutant lobster
Yeah,
was
cleaning.
there.
Cleaning is how we got in this problem in the first
Then
place.
they'll have the problem with the mutant lobsters, not us.
It's my ship, and I say we could just buy some Lysol.
I live on your ship, and I say that we're cleaning it.
You can clean your cat corner.
And he's just looking back and forth like, the dad and the uncle are fighting.
Sammy, I'm gonna fucking deck you.
All right, tell you what. Rock, paper, scissors. If you win, you can clean the ship. Okay. John Campone.
Okay, I think we.
I go to show.
y'all,
Damn it!
Cheating.
Yeah, it turns out rock, paper, scissors doesn't work when your audio video isn't actually synced up. In any case, I definitely got paper, so.
Yeah, and I did scissors twice, so
of course,
yeah,
yeah,
we're-
lesbian himbo.
Ah!
I win this session. I broke him. Okay, so that was 600.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Whatever.
Okay, I'll pay for it.
There was something else. I don't remember. Oh, I remember now. So yeah, these guys want nothing to do with your fungus. You've put it in the briefcase?
yeah, it's in a jar. Now it's in my briefcase.
Is there,
I'm.
what do you want to do with it long term?
I think we were gonna try to use it to kill someone, if we had to.
Mail it back to Siricom.
Personally, I think we should incinerate it. And in fact, if we pass an incinerator, Spanks is just gonna surreptitiously be like, "Oops."
It's gonna destroy Ganymede.
Give me read a situation.
Okay.
No, Pete.
Oh, Pete.
Is your name Pete?
I can.
You don't have disadvantage anymore.
Yeah, you don't have disadvantage. You're cured.
Read a situation. Range.
Do I still have 2 wounds, or...
You can get that fixed up. What's the rate
Gonna
on
choose
How does that
that.
work? You guys never went to a hospital.
No, we've never had to. We got really close. Like, I think Emmy got the closest with 4 wounds.
13.
13? So, do you think maybe someone in the science community would be interested to have this?
I think maybe someone in the science community would be interested to have this.
Oh my goodness.
All you'd have to do is find the right buyer and, you know, you think maybe you could make 4 digits out of this.
This could make us
Well-
a lot of money. It's a matter of doing it on the down low because A, very illegal, and B, very big bounty on us.
What's illegal?
Well, that's your job.
I thought that you were trying to get out of the bioweapons game.
Well, we have one already.
He is trying to get out of it. He sells this one and then he's free and clear.
This is the last of my inventory.
One last job, and then I'm out. One last big score.
And then I go back to being on the up and up, as a bounty hunter.
So regarding wounds, it'll take you 1 day to like heal this naturally, but you can stay at the hospital and it'll go twice as fast. So if you have 2, you can get it done in 1 day if you do that. And actually, Sammy needs to stay here for at least 1 day to fix his fucked up roll.
Now, what about the 2 days that took us between when Emmy got the wounds and when Emmy got to Ganymede?
Then yeah, you're fine.
Cool.
Sammy has to stay in the hospital and doesn't have anything to do with the fungus. It's just because he's been living off of nothing but hot dogs for the past
He really wanted that hospital
several
food.
months.
They start going over you, they're like, oh my
16.
god, when's the last time you saw a doctor?
Well, no, I think it's just as soon as
Wait,
as soon as they actually get him under examination, they're like, "Oh my god, I've never seen this many diseases."
As soon as, by the way, as soon as they're like safely in the hospital, Spanks is actually is like, okay, I'm gonna go grab some intel. And he goes, and he's gonna go to like the information desk at the spaceport and be like, so, tell me what's the what's the local cuisine like around here?
It's hot dogs.
It's
And
not
Ganymede?
hot dogs. It's not.
Ganymede hot dogs.
No, that's like that's what the tourists eat.
Yeah, I'm not
Right there,
asking about.
like,
I'm not asking about those. I'm asking about like the real local food, man.
If you ask Sammy, every single planet, the local cuisine is hot dogs.
Yeah,
It's like
Mars,
going.
except
it's like-
Mars, it's jam.
It's like
But you
going
can
to
get
Italy and ordering a meat lover's pizza.
No, it's like yeah, like if you go to New York City, you're gonna get the hot dog. But people who live in New York City don't just go. They got shit to,
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Sammy is just like, yeah, we eat hot dogs here, and it's like, no, tourists eat hot dogs.
Yeah, to be clear, Sammy is not from Ganymede.
Yeah.
We don't know where Sammy's from. We've never unlocked that part of his backstory.
So
Nope.
Sammy's gonna need to
Let's
pay
see.
$160
Also, I think,
for the hospital stay to clear up his wound.
160?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that Onslaught was like, I really need to get something to sink y'all to sink money into. And then hospitalizes half the party.
Listen, I'm just
Thanks,
saying.
Space Obama.
Space Bomba.
Space bomb.
Obama.
All right.
Obama,
So-
yo mama. Wait.
So the actual once you're like, no, I don't want the hot dog tourist shit. I want the real shit. They're like, where you want to go. There's a restaurant down by the past the tourism district in like the real downtown. There's a restaurant. It doesn't really have a name.
Sounds like my kind of joint.
You just have to like know you just kind of have to know that the place is there and go in, and you can't like
You can't
Like, there's
reserve in
no-
advance. You can't any of that.
exactly. It's like you
Sweet.
show up when it's there, and that's how it works.
All right, cool. And they give me this like the location and like how to
Yeah.
get in.
Yeah.
And I okay. Can I read a situation to see if this guy's like police
Full of shit?
like yeah. That, good sir, is a 12.
Well, here's the thing. You're cool as hell. So
I am
they
cool. I'm
they
extremely
immediately are able to glomp onto that and be like, yes, you're cool. Obviously you need to be like informed of the cool shit.
Yeah. Look at that cool sundress.
I mean, look at I'm incredibly cool, and so they're like, yeah, like this is the kind of person who goes into like really fancy restaurants and like drinks, and that's Okay, cool. So he's actually then gonna go to the rest of the like thank you so much,
Alex.
sir. And if I wanted also
Alex.
if I wanted like an inexpensive but like decent place to stay, you know what I mean? Like I don't need to go to a fancy ass hotel, but I need somewhere that like, you know, the bed's not gonna be full of bugs or anything. Do you have any suggestions about that?
You know, why do you have to do this to me, Teal? I didn't like prepare Ganymede.
Also, Alex, you're good now. It's just for a second there was something catching on your mic that sounded like you were stuck in front of a fan.
Yeah. Yeah, you were fucking with your mic.
I do this to you for the same reason.
Oh
that you
yeah, sorry, that was my
mold
fan.
monsters on my goddamn on my friend's goddamn spaceship. You
Fair
tortured me today with some like fucking aliens bullshit.
Fair enough.
So I'm torturing you with asking tourist questions.
Alright, fine. Alright. So you want to stay at the where do I want to? Trying to think of a good name.
Well, you're not supposed to think of the names. You're supposed to make Teal come up with the name. That's the rule.
Oh yeah, I guess you could come up with the name.
Yeah, I'm hitting the. I literally googled random tavern names and I got a fascinating list here.
Alright.
Okay, some of these are just terrible. I'm gonna copy paste these in the chat because there's none of them are actually something I want to pick, but they're making me giggle.
It just happens to be called the Ganymede Shuffle.
Oh my god, these are awful.
Get 20 bar.
Yeah.
Well, the Righteous Goose sure sounds like the Wounded Duck, so that is probably who wounded the duck, is the Righteous Goose.
Good lord.
Yeah. They used to be the same hotel chain, but they branched off. They had a schism.
And the
Actually,
marked
I
kangaroo.
re-rolled it, and actually there's one here which I think could work, which is called the Spotless Tortoise.
Okay.
Which is like a weird name, but kind of classy.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. So they tell you about the spotless tortoise and how they keep it real clean.
Well, I mean, it's the Spotless Tortoise.
That's
They better live up
exactly
to their name.
Yeah.
Any better than the Bronze Rope Bar.
All right. So
The Unnatural Bell Tower. The Anxious Pub.
The marked kangaroo just made me think of your fucking game with the like crocodile and the kangaroo fight thing.
The Tokimeki Memorial fight.
Yeah.
I also like the wrong leg.
My wrong leg. Yeah, so they tell you about.
I like
that
the
place.
nervous
that place
seagulls.
Is classy. Now it's also expensive. We're talking like $200 a night prices here.
It is. So it's expensive. I said. So I looked at the price and I'm like, no. See, that's actually out of my budget. We're really like, despite the fact we're really budget travelers. Looking for a place that's a little.
Oh, so
like I said,
you want the cheap place that's not shit.
Yeah, the cheap place where like it's fine if the beds like are creaky and it's kind of like a weird place. I just don't want to get shanked. You know what I mean? And I also don't want to like end up with bed bugs. It just needs to be decent.
Right.
The spotted tortoise.
Even the cold void of space can't kill the bed bugs.
That's not actually true. Bed bugs are actually rather susceptible to cold, and if you ever do have bed bugs, and you can fit whatever it is in the freezer, you just need to leave your shit in the freezer for about a month.
Yeah, but these are space bed bugs.
Yeah, these are future space bed bugs.
Also, if you live somewhere like I do, you can just open all your windows in the middle of winter.
Like, so legit. When I lived in Boston, there was a thing called Alston Christmas, which Alston, not anymore, but when I was there, it was at the neighborhood where all of like the grad students and undergrads lived, like if they weren't living on campus. That's changed because Harvard Business School built their new buildings up the street, so now nobody can afford to live there. But back in the day, so every semester, all the people moving out would just leave all their shit on the street, and so then the Boston sanitation division, whatever they're called, would go around and leave giant stickers on anything that was like made of fabric or stuff to say, "Do not bring this into your house. It's gonna have bed bugs. Don't fucking do it." And inevitably, two things would happen, which is that one, someone would do it anyway, and you would have a building that had to be fumigated. And two, the people who actually knew were not stupid would instead, because this was usually around May, they would take it and they would put it under an overhang that's still outside to keep it out of the rain, and then just leave it there for the rest of the year until winter, until in the middle of winter, once it had frozen for long enough, then they bring it back inside.
And that's
Yeah, I was
why
gonna
the bed bugs evolved in the future.
Now they survive the void of space. And they're like 10 times bigger. They call them bed bugs because they're the size of beds.
It's sad
Yeah.
so bad.
That might actually be what's in the salt mines of wherever the hell. Which planet was it?
the bed bug.
Meanwhile,
I
Emmy's
think it was
just sleeping
Neptune.
in the
No, it's
armchair
Callisto.
in...
Neptune doesn't exist. It's been blown up.
Is
Yeah,
that
wherever...
the one? But just the...
What?
Anyway, never mind.
Neptune,
Unimportant.
Neptune got blown up by Uranus.
It happens.
Well, they
But
were
whatever
it was
hospital
a
room-
military experiment. They were trying out a Death Star type weapon, and well, no more Neptune.
Well, it worked.
It worked.
Yeah, whatever hospital room that Pete and Sammy are sharing, Emmy's just sleeping in the armchair because why is he gonna pay for lodging?
No, Spanks is gonna call ahead and take care of this. Because you're all too incompetent.
Yeah. So the hotel is called the Narpas Hotel. It will
Narpas?
Narpas.
Okay. And it's gonna cost how much?
It will cost $50 a night.
Perfect. I actually go ahead and I make the phone call and I book. I only book I book one room because I figure that we're all used to being cozy shits. It's fine.
I like how Teal's fantasy character is someone who has executive function.
That's the dream, man. That's the dream.
All right, I make the phone call, and I'm like, okay, you do it. No problem.
There's no problem. You're still sitting there being like, no, I booked the hotel room. I do it.
It's
I go
really
in-
weirding Emmy out. What?
I go and I inform everybody that I've booked the I say, we got a hotel room.
That's cool. I'm gonna stay here. They're gonna have to be here for like a day, and like they're doing a lot of tests on Sammy.
Oh, they are? Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go to my hotel room with my cat. I did not bother to check to see if they allow pets. I also just don't give
It's
a
fine.
fuck.
It's fine.
Sammy has cables in every port.
House?
House? Yeah, we're going to the house.
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 It's like really messing Emmy up that like he went to sleep, it was daylight. He woke back up, it was daylight. It's been noon for like a day.
Also, Jupiter would be like, let me see, what does Jupiter look like from Ganymede?
Fucking huge.
Yeah. Yeah, it's big.
It's like half the sky.
Yeah, so, like, there's also this big-ass planet that's also quite bright up there. And we're like... I mean, this is not bothering Spanks at all. Spanks is just like, cool. And... So yeah, while you guys are at the hospital, I guess I go to the hotel and get us set up.
Alright, so the day passes, and Sammy's given a clean bill of health. Pete's good too.
Alright. As soon as I get that call, I'm gonna be like, hey, and we're going to a nice dinner. Guys.
Emmy's stomach audibly growls.
Oh, this is great. Yeah, I can listen, I got some contacts. I can get us in at the Spotless Tortoise. They got a great buffet there.
The front desk guys told me about this restaurant, this like local dive, and I thought we'd check it out.
What's it called?
It doesn't have a name.
Sounds legit.
I hope it's not like a money laundering thing.
Oh no, it probably is, but you gotta understand that the money laundering guys, they actually have to make really good food. And in fact, usually they make even better food because like they don't have to worry about turning a profit because it's about money laundering, so they have really good. It's trust me, it's fine.
Okay, you never steered me wrong before.
I don't think that's actually true, but okay.
I've never heard of any place where you can get a Ganymede hot dog that doesn't have a name. Some back alley place.
Anyway.
I usually go to the dog hut.
So, Aslan, I start hurting these guys to go off on my little beach vacation episode that I'm determined to have.
All right. Cool.
So we arrive at the we head toward the restaurant.
I think we're gonna do that next week.
Oh, okay.
When I have lots of time to prep, because we've been playing for 2 hours. Thanks for watching the CU Space Cowboy Actual Play Podcast. We stream new episodes every Saturday night at 6 p.m. EST on twitch.tv/onslaught6 and post them here at YouTube at 6 p.m. EST Monday nights. The book is out. It's right here. You can order it now and get it sent right to your door. Go to store.tidalwavegames.com and get yours. Follow us on Twitter at TidalWaveRPG, and if you like what you see, throw us a couple bucks on Patreon at patreon.com/tidalwavegames. Stay gold.